Good morning! It's July 7th and the art fight battle is 3. Here's my first attack on Iltasatu's characters, Kylo and Carmine. I decided to draw a piece that I ended up calling, Finally, a quiet moment between her boys Kylo, who I drew laying in the bath, and Carmine, who's sitting on the floor, because I like their push-pull dynamic and also both their character designs. I had them bookmarked literally all the way since May, so I was itching to draw them for so long before the event. So, a little bit about her characters. Kylo is a stubborn, brutally honest, and absolutely terrible liar. As he's gotten older, expressing affection has also become harder and harder for him, something he's deeply insecure about. Years of never living up to expectations placed on him, combined with also nearly 2 years of isolation, have left him with painfully low self-esteem. More than anything, he wants to do something that matters and build genuine connections again, but the fear of becoming a burden keeps almost everyone at arm's length. When someone shows him even the smallest act of kindness, Kylo becomes emotionally attached far too quickly. After losing a close friend because of that dependence, he's now hyper-aware of the pattern. Whenever he feels himself getting too attached, he cuts himself off before anyone else can, often spiraling into long periods of isolation and derealization. It's a cycle that makes lasting friendships incredibly difficult, even though deep down, connection is exactly what he wants. After a fallout with his childhood bestie Carmine and their subsequent reconnection 2 years later, Kylo tries to keep their connection as shallow as possible, while secretly falling for him even harder in the process. And now that I'm finally beginning the coloring phase, let's talk a little bit about Carmine. Carmine is the kind of person people compare to sunshine. Warm, kind, and endlessly compassionate. He's also a chronic people pleaser who struggles to take sides when the people that he cares about are at odds. After his mother was left in a coma following a car accident, he inherited the family business, the funeral parlor, where he helps restless souls find peace. Despite everything, he refuses to give up hope that one day she'll wake up. Carmine shows his love through quiet acts of care, mending torn clothes, knitting gifts, and always putting others first. Though he feels painfully average in almost everything, he's still searching for a purpose after the sudden disappearance of his closest friend, Kylo, 2 years earlier. But when an injured Kylo unexpectedly returns, Carmine is forced to confront a painful truth. The comforting version of the past he'd built in his head begins to unravel, replaced by the reality that the bright, cheerful friend who once saved him from loneliness may be gone for good. Hi, are you helping? Thank you. Wow. Now that we've gotten to know Kylo and Carmine a bit better, let me talk you through kind of what I was thinking with the process whenever I was drawing this. So, like I said earlier, I had these boys bookmarked for like 3 months prior to the event, so I had a long time to think about exactly what I wanted to do. The immediate idea that popped into my head was them in kind of a bit of a hurt comfort type situation where Kylo was sitting on the couch and Carmine was tending to a wound that he had. But I told myself that I'd draw some more happy things this year, since a good bit of last year's stuff ended up being kinda angsty and edgy and bloody. So I scrapped that idea and I went with my second one, which was this one. I'd like to imagine that Kylo has kind of had a stressful day, and in order to help calm him down, Carmine offers to read to him while he soaks in the tub. Evidently it worked because it looks like Kylo just fell asleep. Sweet Carmine would probably feel accomplished that he actually helped him relax and unwind, and he'd probably feel happy and connected to him. I felt like overall this scene would be pretty in line with something Carmine might actually do, since his main love language seems to revolve around doing little acts of service or giving gifts, but I wasn't really too sure if Kylo would ever be comfortable with something this intimate as taking a bath with Carmine in the room. But Iltasatu said she wanted ship art, so that's what she'll get. I'm imagining this is probably like endgame goals for their relationship after the main storyline has progressed a little bit and maybe Kylo opens up more. And that's my first attack of 2026. Done. Oh my goodness, I got my first attack. Oh, I love this thumbnail, Lightning McQueen. So cute! Oh my gosh! Thank you. It's Euphemia. I love it. Thank you again, Jellybean, for your super ultra quick attack on my Kelpie character Euphemia. Since I'm trying to do guaranteed revenge this year, I looked over their profile and chose to draw his persona character, Jellybean. Jellybean is a trans mask monster who uses he/they pronouns, has a super rambunctious personality, and is technically a furry reptile. There isn't a whole lot of extra lore written on his page about Jellybean, but just from his design alone though, I get the impression that he's the type of character who is constantly in motion. Someone who basically never sits still, the type of character to be chaotic in the best way. He looks like he'd climb up somewhere low-key dangerous, just cause it looked fun, and then somehow convince everybody else it was their idea when they yelled at him. Definitely the kind of poppy, colorful gremlin energy that keeps life interesting. It was nice to draw something super bright for a change. And that's our first revenge done too. This next attack that you're going to see me struggle to draw is also one that I had bookmarked for months, and it's on Lunabelle225's characters Death and Rubius, two characters that have one of my favorite concepts from this year's art fight thus far. Their story centers around Death itself, aka the one that's in the reflection, and the one person Death simply can't let go of, aka Rubius, who is standing on top of the water. The first character is fittingly Death. He's less of a person and more the physical embodiment of mortality. He's quiet, distant, and strangely comforting, and he guides the souls at the ends of their lives without cruelty or malice. His appearance never really changes either. He's always dressed in old-fashioned clothing, as if he's completely untouched by time. One of my favorite details about him is his pocket watch. You see, normally, Death doesn't need a weapon at all to kill. A single touch is enough. But when someone's time has truly come, he can simply look at them, stop the ticking of his watch, and their life ends with it. Even cooler, every watch is unique to the soul it belongs to. Someone who's lived a long life might have an old weathered watch, while another person's could look completely different. Another ability I thought was really interesting was that when someone dies, Death literally makes their life flash before their eyes. Not as a punishment, but so he can witness and remember the life they lived. It's almost like every soul leaves behind a little story that only he gets to read. Despite being the literal embodiment of death, he has some surprisingly simple likes. He enjoys tea, flowers, the sound of ticking clocks, and wandering through graveyards, although, unfortunately, any flower he touches immediately withers. Then there's the other character, Rubius, or Ruby, who serves as his complete opposite. Ruby is an immortal who's lived for so long that he's lost count of his own age. Over the centuries, he's worked countless jobs, traveled everywhere, picked up all kinds of hobbies, and learned to use just about any weapon. His current outfit reflects one of his many lives, when he worked as a ringmaster. He's charming, funny, adventurous, and always eager to experience something new, but beneath all that is someone exhausted by his own immortality. Watching the people he loves grow old and disappear over and over has made it difficult for him to form lasting connections, even though it's exactly what he wants. The relationship between these two is really what sells the concept for me. Death became fascinated by the one person who can never seem to die, while Ruby slowly becomes obsessed with the mysterious figure that only he can see. What starts as a curiosity gradually turns into a romance that's almost impossible by nature. One character represents the end of every life, while the other can't seem to reach his own. The creator even describes Ruby's eventual death as a final act of self-sacrifice, bringing his incredibly long life finally to a close. Lunabelle225 mentioned that they might want an anime screenshot style type drawing in their wish list on their profile, so that's kind of what I was going for, and it kind of worked. I think it's dramatic enough anyway to be an anime screenshot. Anyway, that is our last piece done. And those are my first 3 drawings from Art Fight 2026! Whoa! There's still almost a whole month's time for me to attack other users too, so stick around if you want to see some more attacks from me. Or also feel free to attack me first, and I'll try to keep my 100% revenge streak going. Drop your Art Fight handles in the comments so I can attack you. Okay, bye!